Greetings, beloved brothers and sisters. I wish to speak with you today about your relationship with others. Since you've been studying my teachings, you know that there really isn't anybody out there other than you, and a projection of an aspect of yourself as God. And yet, on this earth, you have a body. Your senses perceive someone as different from you, and you interact with them. If you take on your role as a conduit for the good, the holy, and the beautiful, you may soon wonder, how should that manifest in my dealings with my fellow beings? How should I be with them? Everyone has concepts about what it means to be loving and what it means to do good. First and foremost, you need to be loving to yourself. That means accepting exactly where you are, exactly what you've done. Exactly how you feel. Exactly where you find yourself. And then accepting everyone around you. Start with the premise that you're doing the best you can, and that you're doing fine, and you haven't made any mistakes. Each encounter, each experience helps you see what you really want, who you really want to be, what your heart's desire is. And sometimes you have to find that out by realizing what you don't want. Let that be okay. In your dealings with others, you may find welling up in you great compassion, a desire to help, a desire to take care of people. Remember that people, despite how they seem, are magnificently powerful, as are you. They may be living in a story that says they're weak and need help, and you may be living in a story that says, since I feel like I can help them, I should. But sometimes it requires that you re-examine what help really is. It's not always helpful to buy into their story about their helplessness, because it reinforces a false notion of who they are. When you look at another person, even if they seem like they're going in the wrong direction, entrust them to their own divinity. Let life teach them their lessons, not you. Notice the tendency to want to correct people, help people. It very quickly borders on codependence, where you become too concerned with their feelings and you go up and down with their ups and downs. This isn't helpful. And it's not helpful to you either. Instead, see them and see yourself as the magnificent, powerful, brilliant being that they are and that you are. And love them And then listen quietly to what would be most helpful to you and to them in your interaction. And do that. It won't always go along with a concept of good and bad and right and wrong and should and shouldn't. And it might not even be consistent. But if you stay tuned in and listen for guidance, you'll know what to do to be genuinely, truly helpful. It's all done with love. You empower yourself as you empower them. You become wiser as you discern their wisdom to solve their own problems. You will know when to step in and when to hold back. Honor the spaces that you feel between yourself and someone else. There are times when it makes sense to move in close, and there are times when it makes sense to give a person space. You'll know this if you're still. And let love inform you about what is the best action to take. You'll see that over time, you've tried to convince yourself that you're not God, and people around you will try to convince you that they aren't either. If this is the case, then it becomes up to you to save them, or up to them to save themselves. That's not really the case. And you can't talk them out of it. There's an old expression, a mind convinced against its will is of the same opinion still. This is quite true. You won't be able to convince them. It won't help to say that they are perfect and God and all-powerful. They will resist that. But you can know that. And you can come from that place of love and respect and honoring what you know to be true, whether you say it or not. And they will feel the love. Their soul will respond, as will yours. Honor their highest self, and thereby honor yours. I love you very much, and I'll speak with you again soon.